like, what?
Yeah, when girls hear Oloni, yeah, they wake up from
Yeah, so guess what this episode is going to be titled?
Oloni.
No, not the episode, but the visual, innit? So thanks for watching and make sure you subscribe.
Is that what it is?
100%. Oloni's name's going to be in the title. They're going to click it.
Wake up when
Yeah, 100%. That's true. In all caps.
Yeah,
You
appreciate
can't
it.
have it in small case.
Make sure you subscribe.
I don't know though, because it's like, I feel like there's certain, I remember, I'll never forget when she tweeted about that work babe thing and everybody had their confessions to make. And I thought, raw, bruv. One is like she's the person, yeah. You know, like when people say, what's that drinking game where everyone says, drink if you have not?
Yeah.
It's
Never
like
have I ever.
Never have I ever. She has that power for it. It's like she has the power to just say, and most of these girls, we never think really. It's like they confess what they actually do or what they feel. And I'm like, raw.
Feel sorry for them girls though, man.
someone said the T Oloni has access to GDPR regulation should be required.
It's a lot, you know.
That is funny.
Yeah, the girls that follow Oloni should have a mind of their own still.
Which is what's kind of, I think that's what's more like raw.
Do you know what she is?
This many people.
She is like the petrol.
Would you say she's got a future hold on the ladies?
Hendrix.
Going crazy.
Do you think she got a future hold on the UK gal? Anyway, because these UK gal have got like, fam, they need a man of their own, bruv.
Where did she come from
Some
again?
of them.
Did she come from X Factor?
I don't know where this woman comes from.
Nah, she went on that American thing, innit? She was having an argument with Cardi B.
Aloni?
No, that's not her.
That wasn't her.
That wasn't her.
That's not her. That's that
That was some other chick.
Is she British? She's British though.
British,
isn't it?
yeah.
Ain't that that T.O. Wayne's ex? Ain't that her?
I didn't know that. But I knew she was British.
The
yeah.
big thing that was on.
No, she wasn't big. She wasn't big. She wasn't big. She wasn't big.
Oh,
She was
she
skinny.
big?
She was skinny.
I don't
But
know.
that wasn't
No,
Oloni. No, I thought she was famous from X Factor. That's what I remember.
Well, she sings in that.
I didn't know she sings.
From time ago, from what I remember.
That will fuck up her street cred. What she sings.
Hey, you're X Factor.
And she failed. Like, wait, what?
That's Brad.
Let me check.
Why you on X Factor?
No. I don't think she was on X Factor, bro. I think she's just like a journalist or something, isn't it? It's just talks.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking of somebody else.
Someone says, Oloni reminds me that men are actually dirty, but if he has a podcast run.
Yeah, what is it with this like male podcast hatred all of a sudden now?
You know, no, I'll be honest. Not a devil's advocate view, yeah.
Okay.
But I can understand where they come from in terms of 9 out of 10, girl, like when you see a guy and a microphone, they're chatting shit about a girl, innit? Like they're just chatting shit. They're saying their opinion on a girl and saying, oh, I don't like when women do this. I don't like when women do this. You get me? So
They don't want us to talk, do they?
No,
They don't want us to breathe.
So these are some of her screenshots, innit? I meant the DMs that she received, yeah. So someone was
Why
like,
you got that reaction?
someone was like, so I don't want to say his name because he is known now, but I was messing with this low-level entertainer and he asked me to bring my dildo, so I'm thinking, hell yeah. So we started kissing and getting really into it. When I was about to give him head,
oh shit, go on.
Level entertainer.
let's see. When I was about to give him head, he was like, I'd rather you play with my butt and use the dildo.
Oh my
I was
God.
a bit turned off, but I used it on him and he started to fuck me. He was putting the dildo into his mouth.
Fuck.
He lasted like 2 minutes, never again. I remember.
I think these girls are making it up.
That's
Yeah,
the
no,
thing.
100%.
That's
Some of
the
them are
thing.
making it up, fam.
So
'cause
that is definitely
do you know
the
it is a lot. And I don't want to just. It's always mad because when you talk about, when you talk about this, like, oh, you're generalizing on girls. What about guys? Listen, guys have our side too. Yeah, we know. But this specific situation, I think certain girls ain't getting no action and they ain't getting no attention. So
They want attention, bro.
like, when you create your own reality. So you go make a story, then you tell someone, and because they say it, like Oloni, it becomes real. And you be like, yeah, remember when this happened to me? You're like, brother, you're a good girl.
Yeah, that's
Relax.
why I don't believe like when people be making these confessions. I'm like, I actually don't see no belief in it. If it sounds that crazy, I don't see no belief.
But you know what it is? And this is why. This is the type of situation that happens because this is the whole reason why they probably chat shit about guys with podcasts. Because what I'm about to say, girls, it always comes from the girls that don't get it. know what I'm saying? You know that line of you get if you what's the line they say? Girls that get it, and girls that don't. You get me? They got this line that they say, innit? And I'm like, even the girls that get it don't get it, bro. Like facts. Some of these girls that say what they say online, bro, they're saying it because they don't get it. They don't understand. They don't get male attention like that. Or they get the male attention that they do get is not from the guys that they want.
Yeah.
So the male attention that they desire, they want the guy's attention. Basically, put it this way, and stay with me. They want a guy of a certain stature, innit? But the level that they're getting coming to them are from a lower stature. So they're getting mad effort from them niggas, innit? But they want the higher stature niggas to come with that low stature nigga energy. It's not gonna happen.
Do you know what I said the other day, yeah? I said, like, all of these things, yeah, it gives people a chance to start talking about the things they don't like. And when you talk about, the thing you talk about the most is what grows, right? That's what you're focusing on the most.
Yeah.
So when they start talking about all these guys that they don't like, and all of a
Keep
sudden they
coming.
start attracting all of these guys, they're like, so you're just creating a cycle for yourself. Do you get me? Like,
It's not only talking. They don't look within themselves to think about, why am I attracting these people?
yeah, for sure.
Why are those people coming to me? Why are these people treating me? We spoke about this before. Not to say we speak about it a lot, but we've spoken about the point that, listen, if you want to attract a certain type of guy, you gotta be fishing right. But if you're not fishing right, that's why you keep attracting what you keep attracting. Stop bitching and change your fishing rod, fam.
Up your game.
Change the pond you're fishing in. Like, look within yourself. Stop blaming everyone else, fam.
It's when she says stuff is your time to shine, ladies. It makes their butterflies flap.
Yeah,
they
they
like,
hear that.
"Oof."
They hear
Makes their
that.
pussy pop, cuz.
Brother.
Every time they hear that word, yeah, that's when
Ladies,
it's like,
it's your
cool.
time to shut up, man. Shut up.
When they hear that, bro, that's when they really give it the most. I'm so glad I'm not on Twitter like that.
No,
Man.
do you know, it's hard. It's very hard to filter out the noise, isn't it? Because the loudest voices are like the ones with the dumbest opinions and the dumbest stories, or like, you get me?
Socials, man.
I'm thinking, brother, this is so
I hate it so
why
much.
did this happen to you? Like, you're looking at the story like, you're a dickhead.
Yeah. Why did this happen
guy,
to you?
It's not this guy is a waste man. He's taking you for a dickhead. He does not rate you. So don't try, you get me? You're the one who's not being rated in this situation.
Yeah.
So you need to, I don't know, fam.
That's what it is, man.
I
So
remember when
sorry
they
for those
talking
girls
about
that follow Oloni.
I remember they were talking about work base. That was the only reason why I started thinking about work base. I was like, what? Do people really have work base? Do you not remember that thread?
Yeah.
About, like ladies who here owns up to having a work base or something. That's
You
not
know
word
what's
for
mad?
word.
We didn't put a title on it. She just names shit that already happens.
Yeah.
Everyone had someone at work that would, you get me, flirting here, there. Well, it depends what you work, but flirting here, there.
Yeah.
And you ain't gonna say that's your work, mate. And all of a sudden, names just catch on, innit?
I know man that definitely had that, but I never did, bro.
Saying?
They left.
Who?
The girl, if you want to use the term work,
Yeah, but
base,
like-
they just left, and I was like, yeah, it's an open window now.
Oh, you wouldn't do like
Not while I was working at the same time.
Is it?
No chance.
why?
It's just too much baggage, bro. You just literally have
Baggage?
everything
She
there.
ain't no girl.
Huh?
Like, what's baggage? What's
No,
baggage?
because then you can't control what they feel. Or like, do you know like when you have to see somebody every time you go in? Bro, that is long. I'd rather, if I was to do something and if it was something that's not serious, I'll have my own space, and then when we get to see each other, we're not doing something too serious, we'll link up and we'll do it. But I've got
I
to
hear
see you
that.
every
I
time.
hear that.
And it's like, I could even be talking with somebody else.
That's like Champions
I can't
League,
control
innit?
a feeling.
That's
I
like
can't-
that's like the World Cup. Fam.
the what?
You can't have the World Cup every season.
That's a
Well,
mad
against the
analogy.
losers.
That is a mad analogy. You could have said anything else.
Don't you get it?
I
Like, the
get
World
it,
Cup's kind of
but
a big competition.
I
but-
get
What
it,
do you mean?
but
What do you
you
mean?
was giving it a
Well, seeing the same person
stretch.
every day, innit?
Yeah. Then it just becomes something else.
Yeah,
That is
yeah. Like it's not, yeah.
Because you can't control that. You can't. And the thing is, yeah, somebody might
control
catch more feelings than the other. Like when you see another person the other day, well, more than once. Let's say you see them there nearly every day of the week. You're gonna get closer, and then also you're doing what you're doing. But let's say when something else happens and
It's
it's
the
long,
way you move, man.
you can say that, bro. But you can do everything on your part, but you can't control how they feel, how they will go about it.
100%. You can't control, but you're
And
not
I don't
respon-
want that on me.
You're not responsible to how they feel, though. That's
Yeah.
how I always see things.
You
innit?
can see it like that, but
if
you're,
you're
not,
not
get that treatment.
Huh? Yeah, but I look at
You
it
can
as
say
like,
that as much as you want.
I live life like if we've made it clear. I'm not actively making you like giving you reasons. This is just you. Because remember, some people have. That's what I say. They create their own realities in their head.
I'm saying,
and they think. And they'll make you feel responsible for what they made up in your head. Fam.
Yeah.
Listen, we know what it is. We've
Facts.
discussed it. We've discussed it, Rav. So I don't give a heck.
Fact.
You feel the way
yo.
you feel. I'm gonna live my life. But
I'm posting that on my IG still.
Can you say that?
That's facts,
And you say
bro.
that to your workmate as well. Theoretically, you say that to your
Say it
workmate.
to
I would just say this to anyone, bro.
Anyone can
Like,
get it.
fam, man is my individual person until we've both made that commitment to each other. I ain't got no responsibility to you. Like, if I know I'm not selling you dreams, like, get me, selling you a mad thing, or like saying you're this, or saying you're my this and that, bruv, I like relax. Anything else that you feel, you make them feel it yourself.
Your business still.
It's not me like saving you a seat at lunch. I'm not doing that. You are looking for me.
Yeah, you came-
That's
yeah, you
your
came here for
problem.
lunch, yeah.
Do you get me? I'm with the man them.
Yeah.
I'm not making you like me. You like me. You've chosen to do that.
I lie. I've never done
And
that.
sooner or later,
facts.
if you don't act on it, the feelings will fade, fam. Like sooner, it's just a phase that they're going through. Sooner or later, if you're not reacting to them, it'll phase, fam. So
I think ladies are very like
you can't like.
emotional. You get me? So
Yeah.
and because of social media, it just makes their voices louder and it's more frequent now. So we hear all these emotions.
But
And
these
these emotions are just temporary, bro.
But it's like, man, they ain't meant to have that. You man, they even meant to have mics. You man should just take that shit off and stop talking about how you feel. That's why they don't. Is that that's how Bell podcasters are meant to come about? Like, we're not really meant to just talk like what most podcasters will talk about. But you know, when it comes to male podcasters, apparently that's a problem, which I still don't see at all.
No, it depends on the podcast that you're talking about,
see
to
the
be honest.
problem.
Some podcasts are absolutely crap, I won't lie to you. Like, what they talk about, you're like, fam, this
You heard
is...
that Fit and Fresh thing?
Nah.
It's Fresh and Fit podcast, yeah. I don't want to give them too much juice, but basically they're just these two nerds from America, innit? That grew up, they've known a couple famous heads or whatever.
Hold on.
And now they do their thing.
You
or
pop up
whatever,
reason
innit?
one of them was getting vexed on about a girl.
Yeah, that's what they
that
do.
one?
That's what they do, innit? Like,
Yeah,
none
like-
of every episode, they're just like
Just vexing
just
about...
getting angry at women, innit?
Yeah.
And just basically just voicing their opinions, but clearly it's because they never got no pussy back in the day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so obvious. Like, they're
one guy was
they're
going
nowhere
on.
near
I
attractive.
saw one clip.
They can't bench no more than 35 kg. You get me? These man ain't shit. None of them are 6 foot plus. These man ain't nothing in it. But because they know people, they know these, they know this and know that, they can get mad people on their podcast.
Oh, these two, I've seen them.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they was on the roommates.
Yeah,
These man
the
ain't
joke
shit,
still.
man. Like, they man just chat shit about girls, bro. Like, yeah.
I mean, obviously they're trying to do it to the betterment of men, yeah. But there's a way to go
We
about it.
don't need
still.
no betterment thing. We're men. Men do things individually, one-on-one, mano-a-mano.
No.
No, it's true.
Devil's
You
advocate,
deal with
you
your
can't,
setup.
yeah,
man, deal with my setup. You deal with yours. we don't need a team of niggas saying
Man ain't
shit for us,
Batman,
bro.
bro.
No, but
you get me?
you're not seeing it in the way how we've already done that.
Who's we?
We as a collective have already done that without having to put it out there the way they do. Like, we don't advocate that, oh, this is a podcast dedicated for men who either, you know, have lacked in this or lacked in that. We're here to better. Like, we've just shared testimonies and like we'll give like a summary near the end of every testimony. We always say like, listen, guys, we'll say this and that. Like, we've done it in our own way.
Facts.
So I can't say bad about like, oh, when there are podcasts who obviously focus solely on that, innit? But in the same way, there's a way to go about it. Now, I feel like if you want to go about it, man could just share your truth, but you don't have to be like, Kyle, listen, these girls ain't shit. Like, they ain't gonna care about you. Listen, it just seems like that's anger.
That's what
I feel like you kind of have to go away where you're like, you just understand that, listen, what's ever happened to me, it's happened and it happens out there.
Yeah, but that's the point.
That's
Not
what I'm
everyone
saying.
does that. That's
do you
what
mean?
we're trying to say. Not everyone will go away and deal with the things that's happened to them. Do you get me? They'll come, they have a platform, and they spill it out, and then it infects other people.
Yeah.
So, like that example of this specific podcast, we're looking at their content, innit? We're not judging them as like people. We don't know them. We're just looking at their content. Is their content really helpful? Does it promote anything positive? If it's all
They
just
disrespect women on their
Do you
podcast.
get me?
They kick women off their podcast by like dumb stuff. Like if they're talking a certain way, or if if they have a point here. Let's say like me and you are going at it, like we're just arguing in
Yeah.
it, and then Kofi's talking now. Like you're trying to agree with him, and I'm like, oh no, let him speak. No, let him speak. No, I'm like, bro, like I'm being belligerent right now. I'm just being like a problem for no reason. It's for the podcast. Like this is for people's audio listening, visual listening. It's bigger than my personal feelings right now. Yeah. The situation has to continue. The conversation has to continue, innit?
That's the flow.
You have to put yourself in podcast mode, as opposed to they're in situations where they're kicking girls off. Kicking this person off. Now come on.
They're not hearing. They don't like what they're hearing.
Exactly. Literally, they're not doing it for the pod. They want to be around
people that make their ears happy.
Exactly. They're just doing things on this, just trying to violate girls, and it's wet, fam.
But that's what I'm saying. Still. This is that whole thing about people create their own realities, yeah, and until they get bucked by a real person, it'll like they just get like bamboozled, bruv. Because do you get me? They're all like, we talk about some of these girls there making up some mad stories, yeah. Like, okay, cool. Remember when you was telling me about one girl, yeah? There was a word you used to say she was a type of liar. I can't remember what word. Compulsive liar. Remember, there was a girl.
I wish I can remember this. Sounds juicy.
You said she was just. Who was it, fam? It weren't Chelsea thing. Was it not the thing from Sainsbury's?
It might be.
You said she was just lying for no reason, fam.
It might be.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember exactly what she was lying about to you.
I remember. I used to say she was a but
you're thinking like, why are you doing this, bruv? After I go home, the stories that you just told me, I'm not gonna give a heck.
Yeah.
So, like, why are you making it up?
Literally.
Why can't you just live your truth, fam? You get me? And like, fam, a lot of the time people do it for like clout. People do it to like make themselves feel better, which is the same. It's sad, innit? But with some of these platforms out there, they're not helping because you amplify that.
It does, and it makes them feel comfortable within that. So, for example, if they do and say some fuckeries that don't make any sense in the real world, they go on socials and feel like, yeah, it makes sense what I did. Like, it's calm. No, it's
these times you need to deal with that.
You gotta go take care of that
in the real world, fam. This is a problem. Do you get me?
Like,
there was another thing. And then she said like a mad story in the Oloni thread, innit? I didn't read the story, but it was just a mad paragraph, yeah. And then there was like two pictures, and that one was a screenshot. It was just a smaller thing, innit? It was in response to the first one. So after she said some mad thing, where it's like mainly like demeaning the brother or whoever she's talking about.
Yeah.
She's like, in the second one, she's like, oh, but here's his picture, but don't post it though. If you post
I hate when they do that.
I don't want to know it's me. I was like, what are you trying to achieve here? Like, do you get me?
You've already outed him, so I don't know what do you think you're
If you don't want his pictures to be posted, why are you going to send the pictures?
Why would you do it?
Like, why would you need to know
that? Yeah. Oh my God.
What he looks like?
Yeah.
Do you get me?
I hate that.
That's why, like, them type of people, yeah, you're like, you man need help, fam. You man got issues
genuinely
that
have
you
issues
need to solve and fix.
I'll
before
never
you
forget.
Return to the real world.
How,
especially until you return back to social media, you should be banned.
You should be banned. You need to get time off. There was a time
helping them.
I don't know how I got here because I don't have Twitter, so I really don't know how I got here. I think you might have sent it in the group chat. You might have, but there was a girl here that basically found out her guy was cheating, and she made a whole thread of basically her just talking about this guy.
Oh yeah, you did stuff.
You did send me. You saw it as well.
That's hilarious, yeah,
brother. I couldn't believe it was the most toxic thing I've ever seen online. Like, she was just basically going like, she had recorded, so you can actually hear the whole argument of like,
what?
Oh, she was freaking out.
What, me?
She actually,
good shit.
She recorded it. She voice recorded it, but the way how it sounded, you could hear everything clear. You couldn't see it, but you could hear it. She was losing it, bro. And like, she actually, for you to have time to, that's a very private moment. So even if it's private or not, with people not to see it, that was already still toxic as it was. You've exposed it. Not only have you exposed it, you've now categorized it in section 1, then section 2. You put a new paragraph.
That's a lot of work, bro. You could have.
It's a lot.
You could have done a whole lot of.
You could have done so much more, but instead of you to vent your feelings out in a way where you could have processed it yourself, you've now. And the video was horrid, bro. I'll keep it real with you. Like, I've never heard someone really break down. Like, she will ask guy and press him like, so are you fucking with this girl? And he's like, no, you fuck with this girl. And she will scream. And then she'll hit him. She'll shout. And all of that. And I'm like, whoa. And I'm there just like a waste man. I felt like a waste man during that time.
Just
because I'm in it now.
I'm in.
Matrix mode.
Give me
Like
more,
that.
give me more. Refresh.
You know what it is, yeah? You know, like when you do that silent judgment, T, like, look at this.
It's like, give me more threads.
Yeah. This is fuckery.
Look at this, though. Hold on, let me scoot.
Have you seen it?
You know when you just do that
Nah,
shit?
bro, it's mad,
I was
bro.
in it and I just thought, oh my God. And instead for you to just come off this thing,
And live your life.
you
in
think
real
you're
life.
doing anybody favors? Nobody in these comment sections gives a crap.
It's just
And
entertainment.
the people that do,
Entertainment, bro.
they got issues as well.
They
bro.
got problems,
I hate when
dude.
people like
It's a
care
community
so
of
much
people
about
issues.
people's personal life.
And you don't know them. You don't know them. This is madness.
We shouldn't be commenting at shit at all if you don't know the person.
It's madness.
At all.
I don't care. Like
sure.
half
We
the time
actually
when
shouldn't.
we talk about certain situations about other people and I'm like, I can't. Half the time I zone out.
Yeah, I don't
Zone
care.
out.
I'm like,
I
nigga.
zone out. If it's not to do with you, if it's not to do with you,
Yeah.
or anybody
Or someone
close
I
to
know.
you,
Yeah, I don't.
I'm
Honestly, that's unfortunate. Trust me.
that's all I can say.
Do you know what I'm saying? There's nothing much I could do. Even if it comes to like demise or like you get me, they go upstairs and that. Like, if I'm not,
connect.
bro, what can I do, fam?
Can't connect.
That's the best I can do. Show my shoulders.
People give it that fake shit. People give it that, yeah.